It's a special edition of a segment so hot my grandmother uses it to melt the ice on her driveway. It's Upset Alert. Now, before we start, some controversy last week where I picked the Commanders.
No.
Did not pick them. Depending on what part of the
You
tape.
either picked them or you didn't.
Depending on what part of the tape you watched of Punxsutawney Phil football, you weren't even here.
I watched it on TV. It's a little bit like an alarm.
Right. It was a soft
I don't
alert.
even know that you said alert. You said nervous.
I said I was nervous. So this is what I just want to say before I pass it to Nick, who has reviewed the rules. The year is 1912. We're on the coast of foggy London town. Wow. What a ship. Unsinkable. And if I said, you know what? I'm very, very nervous about this. I'm very nervous about this maiden voyage. Hey, an iceberg goes down. Would anyone say that I was wrong? Would anyone say I didn't call that? Even though I just said I was very, very nervous and everyone should be on alert? No. You would say I nailed it.
All right.
I would be a hero if I prevented it.
Can I just say something?
Yes?
You didn't say the ship might go down. You're like, I don't think the ship will go down. I don't think it'll go down
Right.
at all.
But I'm
We can't say
but
people will lose their minds.
It is a ship in water.
Don't show.
Maybe ships
I
could
said
go
I was
down.
very, very nervous.
Don't show the scoring yet, Dustin, because this is exactly why we had those upset alert rules week in, week out that I showed you guys. And I reviewed them because I did not want, trust me, the last thing I want is for Captain Easy Stance to reclaim his title as the upset alert king.
Then it's
However, there is no carve out for was your heart in it, was it not? What was your pick? Did you get your pick? So the updated standings are as follows. Can we show them? I think we can. Kevin Wild with the full 11 and a half points.
Close.
The Lions are on alert.
So
Commanders will keep it close.
what
They
kind
win.
of racket
now,
you running, Nick?
I love it.
now
We're back.
luckily, we also have for conference championship weekend an upset alert rules addendum. If we may, Dust, due to there only being 2 games to choose from and in wanting to keep with the integrity of the competition, we do not want to force anyone to pick a game they do not truly believe in. Thus, here are the rules for conference championship weekend for upset alert. True upsets are scored the exact same as the regular season. So if you pick Washington to win, they're 6-point dogs. You get the 6 points plus 3 is 9.
Again,
Great. Picking a favorite correctly results in 3 points. Picking both favorites correctly results in a 1-point bonus, 7 points. Exact score contingency. Picking the exact score correctly of either game results in a 10-point bonus. Exact margin contingency. Picking the exact margin of victory correctly results in a 5-point bonus. Meaning it's anybody's game. Even though he has an 11.5-point lead on Brew and 5.5 on Coach, it's anybody's game.
The margin, 5 points for the margin, but 10 for exact seems out of whack.
You think you should get 100 for exact?
Exact?
Exact is hard, but these are the rules. Take it
How
up in
are
the
you
offseason with the rules
complaining?
committee.
Hey, you should be.
These are the rules.
I'm doing business as business is done.
Nick being a Kansas City guy and all the issues about Kansas City and the officials.
And
then he pulls something like this.
Yeah,
What do you mean? I'm a neutral party. You didn't see me on there.
You?
You gotta get
I am.
Here
11
comes this
and a
tape that
half
we were
points for
so
being
excited
nervous.
about.
The
Board
difference
is yours.
between me and some of my partners is that I'm actually going to choose an upset.
Thank you.
Definitively choose an upset, and that's Washington over Philadelphia. And we talked the other day about Jaden Daniels and Tiger Woods, and the thing that to me distinguishes him is his poise, and his poise as a young guy coming out of college. That to me was very impressive, especially in the pocket, even though he has all that ability to run. And then the poise that he's now shown in pro football and the way he's brought teams back. But I want to show you a play in the last Philadelphia game. To me, that it's a great play, and it really identifies how poised he is. So Washington's coming out there in an empty formation, so only Jaden's in the backfield. Okay, he's alone. And what Philadelphia is going to do is they're going to play man-to-man across the board. And Terry McLaurin is up top, and they're going to take the safety. They're going to take one safety and drive him in the middle of the field. So it's man-to-man post-safety defense. Washington sliding the protection to their right, so Philadelphia is going to bring the linebacker to the other side so that they have 3-on-2 against Washington's protection. McLaurin's going to drive inside and then stem vertically. That takes the cornerback and drives him inside, which now creates all this space outside the numbers. Now you can see the tackle has to come down and pick up the linebacker. Here comes the end, free shot at Jaden. He's going to be in his face, but before the hit takes place, Jaden releases the ball. McLaurin's not even out of his break. He's not even on top of the cornerback at this point. Jaden's going to take the hit in the pocket, and then he delivers that ball. Wow. To me, that is poise.
Wow. So Commanders outright.
Commanders 35-34.
35-34. A barn burner.
Wow.
So go ahead, Bruce. Sorry.
Well, first of all, I'm nervous. All right? You mark that down. I'm nervous. That should be worth a few points.
I just laid out.
I'm real nervous.
In this contest it is.
Coach, I'm real nervous. All right. But this is a tough one for me because it's real tough. Saquon has been the face of my return of the back campaign this whole year.
That's right.
So I do feel an obligation kind of to go with him. And then I love seeing history made. Like what we're watching with Jaden, this is like phenomenal. And I would love to see him get to the Super Bowl as a rookie. So I'm looking at Jalen Hurts and the banged up knee, and I think he is going to be limited. I don't think he's going to be able to run as well. They might not beat the Rams if he doesn't break that 44-yard touchdown run. So I think that's a huge factor for Philadelphia. So like Coach, I'm going with the Commanders.
Wow.
I'm going with the Commanders.
You're abandoning the Eagles?
I know you ain't talking about abandoning.
What a flip-flop.
There is no way.
Where's the Saquon jersey?
On me.
Somebody run upstairs and grab the Saquon jersey. I'll put it back on.
I did not romance the Eagles.
No.
Like
thank you, ma'am. You just
I caught him
moved
on the rebound. We hung out for a couple of weeks, and that was it. I'm with the Commanders.
Wow.
Here is my score.
Okay, good.
34-27. Commanders.
I'm winning by a touchdown. I can't. My mind is blown by this.
Now it's time for the Puxatonic Phil to make his upset alert. And I'm back, obviously. It's not that difficult, okay? Defense wins championships. I never heard that. I coined it years ago. What are we talking about? Read the bottom line. Over half of the Super Bowl champions ranked in the top 3. The Eagles' defense, including the playoffs, fewest points, fewest total yards, fewest yards per play. Opposer passer rating was the least in passing yards, second fewest. I believe in the Eagles' defense. And as much as I love Saquon's almost an added bonus to the squad because the offense last year wasn't that bad. It was still moved. It was the defense that was terrible. All of a sudden, Vic Fangio came, made this defense literally the best in the league, if you include the playoffs. And then add Saquon, who brought a nice steady hand of leadership to help Jalen Hurts. I'm going Eagles 28. I had 17. I'm going to say, you know what? 15.
Wow. 15?
15.
That's a hard score to get.
I think
That's a weird one.
It's scoregami.
Oh, it's not a scoregami. But
I get it. I mean, they held Jaden to 5 touchdowns last time they played.
Complimentary football.
Can
There's
I
no
say
chance to get another?
Before we get to the Chiefs
might
game,
get 6.
Can I add something here that neither one of you guys mentioned? Because you guys, one of the benefits of me being such a ardent gambler is I am getting Google alerts about the official injury report. And the Eagles center, Cam Jurgens, after not practicing, he did practice today, but he's listed as questionable. There seems to be real questions there. Now, Sam Cosmi, the great guard for the Commanders, got hurt in last week's game. We know he's out. He suffered a major injury. But for Philly, if they're on their backup center, what they would really do is slide the guard over and have, you know what I mean, and have a back. I think Lane and Dickerson would play center. They'd have a guard in there. So not your regular center. Jalen banged up. is the tush push removed from their arsenal. That would really concern me. I found it really interesting that when Jalen got hurt in this game, they seemed like they were going to tush in the previous game, tush push. Then Lane Johnson got the false start. They didn't end up doing it. They shockingly have not developed a Saquon tush push. I don't understand that. So that to me is concerning. Go ahead.
Who is, I always forget it, even though it's one of my favorite storylines. Who came out of retirement for the Rams?
Eric Weddle. Jason Kelsey's not good. Would you think tomorrow?
What?
What are you talking about? I mean, that's not happening tomorrow.
Why, is he not around?
No, he's around. I don't think it's allowed.
Why did Weddle come out of nowhere?
He didn't come out a day before the game, buddy.
Even if it were allowed.
Was he officially retired?
I don't know, man. This
No
is
way.
wild.
It's not nothing.
It is nothing. It is nothing. There is a 0% chance Jason Kelsey plays in this football
All
game.
of a sudden, Weddle was on the team.
That is not how it
He
works.
was, though. I was like, what's going on here?
What?
Did you just take old guys from your team and they can join? Wasn't that amazing? I'm just saying, it's not nothing.
I don't mind it. I'm just
Coach
saying, if
would
they
love
want to
it.
do it, like,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the thing you can't have in the playoffs is cluster injuries. You can deal with injuries. Can't have them all in the same area. And the Bills have ruled one player out of this game, Taylor Rapp, their safety. It is noteworthy. I couldn't believe this. In the first matchup between these two teams, Coach, you know how many snaps of base defense they played? 0. They were a nickel or dime, 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field every single snap. So now Taylor Rapp out, a rookie's in his place. Christian Benford got a concussion in this football game. He's been limited all week. They seem to think he's going to play. He mysteriously missed practice today with a personal matter. I don't know. And Teron Johnson, we watched his shoulder pop out. They say he's going to play. Those are all secondary guys. Flip side, Andy Reid today met with the media and said no injuries to report. The healthiest the Chiefs have been all year. So then the question is, okay, is Kansas City going to make a mistake? Because they are literally unbeatable if they don't. The craziest stat in all of football. Over 3 years, if they don't lose the turnover battle, you can't beat them. The one time they tied in the turnover battle and lost, that turnover was a Kadarius Toney pick 6 going the other way in week 6 against the Lions. In the same 3 years, in games they don't turn the ball over, 17-0. We are due a great Mahomes game, and we are due the Chiefs scoring 31 points to stick it to this doofus that made me deal with that stat all year long. Kansas City 31, Buffalo 24. There's the pick, Coach.
yeah, I think that the team that's going to make the mistake here is probably going to be the Buffalo Bills. And I think the guy that's going to make the mistake is probably going to be Josh Allen. And as much as he's as great a job as he's done all season, so I think it was 24, 28 turnovers last year, down to 6 or 8.
8 for the team, fewer for him.
So an incredible job, but in this moment, with the amount of pressure that's on him and his need to make a play and to be Superman, there's probably going to be some chances that he takes that he hasn't been taking during the course of the regular season. And I think that could particularly be a problem if Kansas City gets off to a hot start, which I could easily see happening as well. Mahomes gets hot, or the offense is just clicking a little bit better than they normally do, and then he's chasing points. So I see this being Kansas City winning, and Kansas City winning 24-20.
This is the one I've been waiting for.
Yeah, another tough one for me. I just said earlier, I love seeing history made. So there is a part of me that would love to see the BOAT getting the argument now as the GOAT by winning 3 straight, Mahomes.
For people that don't know.
There's another part of me that doesn't want to see Nick gloat on Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the next 3 weeks. There's a lot of parts of me on this one. It would be easy for me to pick the Chiefs. It's easy. I mean, you can always just pick the Chiefs. But I'm thinking this is the year. Wow. This is the year. And Coach, Allen, we know, has been reckless in the regular season. Playoffs, not so much. I think 12 playoff games he's played, 23 touchdown passes, only 4 interceptions. So for some reason in the playoffs, he has not really been a reckless guy. And I just think this is the year. Like I said yesterday in the Bud list, why not now, Josh? Mahomes ain't going nowhere. You got to beat him at some point if you're going to ever beat him. Wow. So this is the year. Bills 28, Chiefs 24.
Wow.
Kasich, does he get extra points for picking 2 upsets?
What? Well, no.
Yeah, I think that's.
You would get you would get a
I'm
lot
saying
of points.
Like
he's got
a
double
bonus.
Like a parlay of upsets.
Yeah, no, you would get a lot.
If he gets
you
points
have,
for
you
being
have two,
nervous,
you have two
Yeah,
straight
I
up.
gotta get a little
you have
extra
2
bonus.
straight up upset winners, bro.
But
He could end up
take-
with a bounty of points.
But if he wins one and loses the other, he gets none.
No,
right?
no, that's not right at all. These are individual. Did you not read? I read the rules, Coach.
So then why wouldn't
My
I just
God.
take Buffalo just for the chance for points?
well, I do
And
need-
that's-
Well, no, you get 3
Well, part of
points if
me
you get this
needs
right.
points.
You got to pay attention to the
it's
rules
so
segment.
confusing.
KW,
He gonna take. He's Mr. Easy Stance.
Captain.
I know
take
what
his
you take.
honorific away.
You gonna go ahead and give a reason or just
Captain Easy Stance reporting for duty. Obviously, the back-to-back reigning champions. Yeah, it should happen, except when you're going for a three-peat. It's Jordan and Pippen, Mahomes and Kelsey are going to show up and rise to another level like they do every year. We've seen it over and over and over and over. I think Mahomes is obviously super motivated. One caveat.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Is this?
you're
Although
nervous.
Nick
the
just-
batteries,
he's
the
nervous.
batteries.
I'm not nervous. I think that the social media murmurs, especially with Troy on the broadcast about the refs, has hit a fevered pitch, and I do think it will affect the game. I don't know
Referees
how.
affect the refs.
I just think it will be a factor in the game now. It's one of those things where, the story is reality at this point. So here's Kevin Seifert again on ESPN. It was because I don't really do a lot of ref research.
Yeah.
Blakeman's regular season crew led the NFL. They're doing the Chiefs one. Led the NFL with 18.1 flags per game. They would throw a tenth of a flag out sometimes. But it's worth noting that Blakeman himself threw only 3 flags for roughing the passer, tied for the second fewest in the league. I do think that means Mahomes is going to get hit a little bit. I think they're going to swallow the whistle, keep the flags in their pocket.
That'd be great for Kansas City.
So that's what I was wondering.
Nobody flops like Josh.
You think that's the way it's going to go?
Josh Allen is, whenever people are doing these deep dives into the Chiefs flags, one thing that is consistent is Josh Allen gets way more roughing the passer calls than any player in the league since he's been in the league. He has been top 3 every year of his career. In totality, he's number 1 with a bullet. He's at 1 per 100 dropbacks. Mahomes is at a half per 100 dropbacks, so it's double as many. And we did a whole highlight reel of it. That would be good for the Chiefs if they hold on, you know what I mean, if they call a loose game.
I do think the social media stuff's gonna motivate the Chiefs even more.
28-17 Kansas City.
28-17. Wow, an 11-point win. KW.
Wow.
What time is it?
Time now for Nick's picks.
It is time for Nick's Picks, brought to you by the great people at DraftKings. You might be like, Nick, how'd you get a sponsorship? Oh, I don't know, just pick 65% throughout the regular season and then up it in the postseason. Last week, I told you guys after the picks, felt like a 3-1 week. I sold myself short. 3-0-1. The only one I didn't win was the one that was unwinnable. Team won by 6. They were 6-point favorites, 6-point dogs, doesn't matter. Chiefs easy, Commanders easy, Bills easy. This week, I haven't given my pick on this game yet. Not only am I taking Washington plus the 6 points, I think the Commanders sell out to stop the run. I think Jalen Hurts is injured. I think Nick Sirianni's a doofus. Commanders 30, Washington 27.
30?
Wow. The prophecy of the only thing standing between the Chiefs and a three-peat being a rookie quarterback drafted in the top 2, won a Heisman Trophy and a relationship with Cliff Kingsbury is proven correct. Arguably, greatest sports take of the year by your guy, Nick Wright. And the other one, everybody knows where I'm going on this. I just gave you the score, so it doesn't matter. Chiefs laying the 1.5. This is another disrespectful line. Listen, Bills, I've been with you all year. This should be 3. The idea that these two teams, that the Bills are a touch better, so the Chiefs are only getting a point and a half at home is insulting. So Washington +6, they win outright, but I'll take the 6 points. Thank you very much. The Chiefs -1.5. The quest for my first ever 10-win playoffs is alive.
Wow.
I have to go undefeated the rest of the way. There it is. Thanks, DraftKings Sportsbook.
Right.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.